What's up, everybody? We got Hip Hop Weekly in the building with Flowboy Duce, one of the hip hop MCs coming out of Connecticut. You feel me? Oh, the Bronx. Oh, excuse me.
I just moved to Connecticut. I just got a crib out there, so that's why I don't rep Connecticut, but shout out to Connecticut. I'm from the BX, Bronx, New York, born and raised in Harlem, and moved to the Bronx about 2 or 3 years old.
Oh, shoot. That's why he nice. I checked out some of his music. You know what I'm saying? What was the name of the single again?
Bigger Cake is produced by my man IB7 from Brooklyn. He's not a real known producer. He does mostly a lot of underground production work. That beat is different for him because he usually does mostly like more conscious music, and he had that beat sitting, and he sent it to me, and then I had the beat sitting because I didn't know more so what type of single I wanted to run with. I didn't know which direction I wanted to go in next because my last single, kind of the steam kind of ran out. So we're in right now where music is right now is street anthems is becoming the thing. It's becoming more mainstream. So that's the reason why I picked the record because it sounds more like a street anthem more than like a pop record.
Well, I actually enjoyed it. I was promoting that all over my Instagram.
So I really, really appreciate you for that because it brought like more people to my Instagram and my Facebook and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that shit. Real talk. People don't do that. They'll just let you promote your stuff and get 1 or 2 likes. People don't care about your work ethic and how hard you may go, and if you don't got the whole show that goes with it. So thank you. I really appreciate that a lot.
Well, you know what? I feel like, everybody is people. Everybody got, a craft and talent that they want to get paid off of. And I understand you should do it for the love, but you also should have a check attached to it. So I show everybody love just as if I would want somebody to show me love. So tell us what you got going on in the works right now as far as music.
Well, right now I've been working on this album for the last 3 years. Name of the album is called Payola, and I'm pushing the Bigger Cake single. That's actually my main focus though. The Bigger Cake single is my main focus. It's picking up. It's on the radio in Milwaukee. I'm working on getting on the radio in Boston. It's being played in the strip clubs in Connecticut right now, and I'm working on getting back on the radio in New York City too. So, and ATL and Miami too. We're gonna be on the radio in those states. So I'm just working hard.
Oh, oh my God. He is out here and everything. He said he's in on radio in multiple states. That's big because I know a lot of artists that they only touch a Hot 97 and Power 105. I want to know, what separates you from other artists and what do you feel that you bring differently that can help you be successful?
Um, the difference between me and other artists is I just don't care about the money. I don't just care about the money. I don't just care about the show and the different thing that I'm bringing to the industry. I would like to say my sound is a bit different because I like to jump on the southern beats with the New York feel. You know what I mean? And I like stadium sounds. I growing up I listened to a lot of Michael Jackson, and then in my teenage years coming up, it was a lot of Kanye West. So I like to call it like stadium music, superhero music. That's the type of music that I would say I'm bringing to the game. That's different.
Oh, that means he about to be on the Drake, Kanye West, Tory Lanez. He gonna sell out stadiums. Jay Z. Okay, I'm gonna see you at the Barclays Center soon.
I mean, God willing, I believe that my man JB, he said something to me that really hit home, cause I never really, I look at myself like just, I'm a rapper from the Bronx. But JB said something to me that stuck out, and he said I have the potential to have a #1 record. So if I have a person and I have other multiple people that believe in me like that, then all it takes is more belief, and the Barclays will be in no time.
That's a fact, and I definitely agree. You actually do have a hit record. That Bigger Cake, I really appreciate that record. I listened to it, and, I just want you to know that you got to stay focused, man, and keep going after what you desire because it will come and the blessings will unfold. I want to, touch in. I want to touch base on a little bit about your life growing up in Brooklyn and where you come from and what you've done to, make the transition from the way you live now to the way you live the way you live then and the way you live in now.
Well, man, it was rough. Um, it was rough. I got ridiculed a lot because I looked at art different. And I mean, I was always into rap music. You know what I mean? I was always into rap music, but I looked at art different. You know what I mean? Back in the gritty, I like to call it the '90s, the gritty times. Back in the gritty times, I was into art. You know what I mean? I was into Vans and plaid shorts and you know what I mean, the shirts with the thing that go over you. I don't know what they call it. I call it the thing that go over your thing. I don't know what they call it, but I was into that, and I started in music tap dancing. That's how I started in music. I was tap dancing for like a long time, and once you start getting older and you start getting into girls, and pretty much what made me stop that was the streets. Honestly, I can say that my neighborhood really rolled my ass for that. So gradually, I stopped doing that, and I just was doing street stuff. Trying to fit in until I realized that I was the leader. You know what I mean? I was the leader all along. Um, Fast forward, got a family, uh, and I calmed down. And the music thing, I got a placement on this movie called Wingman Inc. And once that happened, that's when everything pretty much started falling into place. And what is it? What 4 years, 5 years later? Now I got a nice little house in the suburbs, and I got to drive 2 cars, and I have jewelry and stuff. And my daughter is like an honor roll, and God is really good. I can't really complain. The only thing I can tell a lot of artists, and this is still being on the come up, you have to embrace your process. You have to, because if you try to see, you may not know the move that you're trying to make. You may not know that if you embrace your process, that move that you're trying to make may happen bigger. And a lot of the times in my career, I fell flat on my face because I was trying to rush my process. And it wasn't until when I fell on hard times, I had no choice but to embrace my process. So what I started doing was I started looking at the glass half full rather than half empty, and a little bit of positive energy, and everything literally started falling into place like one by one, literally.
Wow, that's so powerful. And I'm inspired, shoot. And I'm going to apply some of that information that you just shared because, the process is everything. So, I see that you just got to perform with SNS. You actually brought him out with Jacquay. How was that experience for you working with two well-known artists? One is mainstream and one is on the verge of breaking. SNS is definitely on the verge of breaking into the mainstream very soon. How was that experience for you?
Well, I knew Jacquay since like high school, actually. I knew Jacquay when we was a part of the Light Feet Nation, and the Harlem guys. It was like a little group called HBO, Harlem and Bronx Only. My man J Max started that, and it started out with beef. We was beefing with a lot of the Harlem guys, and then it transcended to the dance, the Light Feet dance, which they call freestyle dancing now. And Jacquay at that time, he was touring and riding around with Jason Fox, the guy that made the song Aunt Jackie. I don't know if you remember it. And he used to be on Fordham Plaza. That's where a lot of the teenagers at that time congregated. And he was known as Crazy Legs. And that's how I knew him. We used to battle each other and all of that. And then he ended up getting signed with Fred the Godson. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was with the Bad Boy Street team. And then he started being Fred the Godson's hype man, and I saw him at the UMAs. That's how we got back in contact with each other. He was promoting pieces, and I was nominated for like Breakthrough Artist of the Year or some crap like that. I forget. And he was outside. He was outside with his. He had a cardboard cutout of himself, and I was like, Jay. And he said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Yo, you rap now?" He's like, "Yeah, I got this song, da da da." And then no, he was promoting "That's Hard." My bad, my bad. And then after that, that you just now you see us, but we always knew each other. SNS is really cool with my brother. my brother did security for one of his events, and he showed him. He came across my music. He let him hear some of my stuff, and SNS immediately was intrigued by my sound, and he reached out to me, and I asked him. I said, I got this show coming up. Can they didn't even know that they both was gonna be there though. That's how I did that. And then he said, "Yeah, I'll come." And then I told Jacquay, I said, "Bro, I really need you to come out. You know, it's for Harlem." Da da da. He said, "Yeah, I'll come if I'm in town. I have no problem coming." And they both came, and they both was like, "You perform tonight? Is it you performing tonight?" So it was, and shout to Rome too. I got to shout Bad Boy Rome because, you know, what I mean, he showed up too, and he showed mass support. He never acted funny to me since, you know, I started breaking through in the industry. So I really, really appreciate that. But in a nutshell, that's how I know SNS and Jacquay.
Well, that's outstanding, because, a lot of people, they don't know how to take advantage of their network. And I'm glad that you are one artist that do. You take advantage of who you shaking hands with, who you building with and stuff. And look how you just levitated in a big way. So, are there other business ventures that you're looking to get into?
Yes. I want to get into the tech world. I see that technology is on the rise, and I follow Will I Am a lot too, and I realize that he's ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. So I do want to get into technology. I do want to get into the marijuana business. I'm a heavy consumer myself, and my mom said one day, my mom said, "You consume that marijuana stuff so much. Why don't you just try to get paid off of something that you do?" And I said to myself, "That's not a bad idea." And here it is, it's 12 years later. So and I'm trying to get into that. I also want to get into writing comedy skits because yeah, my brother is really really hilarious, but you know he doesn't know how to channel his talent, and I want to write comedy skits. I have a bunch of skits that's written. I just don't know like how to get into that game. Placements for movies. I did one placement. I know that I want to get into that heavy and heavy writing and heavy charity.
That's what's up. I definitely support. I love comedy for one. I love comedy. And another thing, excuse me, I'm sorry. And another thing that I commend you on is wanting to get into the tech world because, a lot of coding is going to be going on, with, being able to build these websites. Soon we'll have our own entities and, a lot of people are becoming, entrepreneurs, overnight. People are starting to wake up and wanting to chase their dreams. So that's definitely something we're going to need you for. And I just, commend the vision. Like limit yourself just to be an artist, because a lot of the times that ain't even where the money come from. The money comes from just being able to create things.
See what it is a lot of artists don't know that. See, I hear a lot of guys say, "Yeah, when I get on, I'm gonna buy my mom this big house," and but what they don't know is that if you sign to a record label, you won't be able to buy your mom's that big house. And if you stay independent and you value your independence and you put all your business and all your ducks in a row, shake the hand yourself, then you'll be able to buy your mom's that house that you want. A lot of guys don't understand that hip hop is just a platform. This shit was never intended for us to be millionaires and billionaires. Never. It was just a platform. And a lot of these guys, they would see the guys that run the label. They don't tell us this. They don't tell us that the average rapper is broke. They don't tell you that. They put the house and the jewels in front of you, and they tell you, oh, they don't even buy you gold because they know that there's a value on that. They give you all the things that aren't valuable, a car, a house, depending on the stake in the land. You know what I mean? They don't tell us that. That's why you see a lot of these rappers, including myself, we're investing in the gold because we understand that's there's a value there. If you stop selling records tomorrow and you got over $150,000 in gold, you can sell that and it'll be almost double. You understand? So it's like it's like just using this platform to do other stuff. I don't plan on being a rapper forever. That's why right now I'm almost 30. Right now I'm trying to get into producing my own records because I understand by like 41, 45, I may not be the hottest rapper, but I can be the hottest producer. I can be the hottest writer. I can be the hottest guy that you want placements from for your music to be in the movies or in video games. or you hear the music when you're in Walmart and all of that. That's all good checks. That's all placements. And a lot of these artists don't know how to play the money game. That's what it is.
Yes.
They don't know how to play the money game. So that's pretty much the angle that I'm coming at it.
Respect, respect, respect 100%. Where can people find you at on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram, Flowboy Duce, at Flowboy Duce, FLOWBOYDUCE. Same name on Facebook, FLOWBOYDUCE. You can Google me, Flowboy D Deuce Deuce on SoundCloud. All of my new music is up there. I just leaked the joint from off of my project called Certified. Flowtime TV on YouTube. I got the Road to Payola vlogs up. The season premiere came out not too long ago. With Jacquay is in it, Graph is in it, Rome of course is in it, Loaded Lux, DJ Martian from High 97, Lizzie Chanel, um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Go check out my YouTube, Flowtime TV, all one word on YouTube.
Oh, y'all make sure y'all support the movement. This guy's working with legendary people. You already know what it is. Hip Hop Weekly is in the building.